being, I could say kita beya juang, but like hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Lebonem. I'm an international student studying here in Texas, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is why should you attend community college, or my tips or my advice, but really it's why you should attend community college. As an international student, choosing the decision to attend community college for me was the best decision that I could have possibly made towards my education studying in the US. I think that, I don't know why community college has such a bad rep, but I gained a lot of experiences. What I was just saying is that for me, community college was the best decision I could have made, and I'm gonna share why for me it was, and hopefully this video inspires you to choose community college as well as an international student. I mean, if you're a US student too, sure, but this video is for my international babes. A lot of you know I was an au pair, so I'm gonna just get into that real quick. So I was an au pair, and my host family in California had an au pair that studied, and also had an au pair that was studying in the US too. So I was like, well, why can I not do it? So I started researching, and it took a lot of time. Long story short, I researched and I was like, I'm applied to four-year universities. I applied to four-year schools, and I applied with the intention that they were going to pay for my tuition, that I was not going to pay for it because it is expensive. So I applied, and I got, there was one school, Drexel University, that gave me lots of money, but still it was not a lot to cover my whole tuition. So that's when I made the decision to look into community colleges. So because it is cheaper. I mean, you're still paying a lot more money than a state student or a US student, but it is a lot less than how much you'd be paying at a four-year university. So for me, that was decision number one. One of the decisions that made me go to community college was that it is less expensive than going to a four-year university. So obviously, affordable education. And in theory, community college is almost like a four-year university, but not quite. And by that, I mean, a lot of people go there to get their general education classes done so that then they can transfer to a four-year to complete whatever field of study they want to pursue. But some of the classes you take at community college, they transfer to four-year. So it's like you're taking classes that you could be taking at a four-year, but at a cheaper price. And why not? So for me, it was affordability. Class size, most of my classes, if not all, had about less than 20 students, except the general education classes like English, whatever. But I took all my general education classes during COVID, so it was all on Zoom, so it didn't really affect, when we went into in-person classes, I was already taking my field of study classes. So I was taking a lot of psychology classes, which obviously there's about 12 students, 15 students, it really depends. But it had a smaller class size, which means you have personalized attention with the professor. I felt like all of my classes, my professors knew who I was, they knew my name, where I come from, my history, background, whatever we want to call it. I felt like my professors knew what kind of student I was. If I had any questions, I could email them, meet up with them, do whatever I needed to do, because they're not flooded with 2,000, 5,000 students. They have 12, maybe 24, maybe they have 3 or 4 classes with 12 students. So it's not a lot of students. So I just liked the smaller classes. I liked the attention that you get from the professor. If you had any questions during the lecture, you could ask, because it's not 1,000 people in one class, if that makes sense. I just felt like I had a lot of support. I had a lot of support from not only my professors, but when I did my extracurricular activities, I had support from whoever was running that. For example, speech and debate was my extracurricular activity, and my coach was one of the biggest supports in my whole community college experience. But we'll get into that. I had support from the international student office. I was emailing, asking for money, asking for scholarships, and she would always be like, hey, this scholarship became available, apply to it. If you apply to it right now, not a lot of people are going to apply to it, you have a bigger chance of getting the money. So I just felt like I had support from my professors, from outside of class, from my international student office. So I didn't feel like I was fighting this battle alone of being abroad, studying alone with all these financial things and money and getting to school and all that stuff. So I felt supported. A good thing about attending community college is that if you are looking to further your education, like getting a bachelor's degree, a lot of your classes that you take, they are all transferable. They are all transferable, right? Transferable, whatever the term is. So if you take 2 years at community college, that's 2 years done out of your bachelor's. So you just complete the next 2 years and boom, you've got your 4 years of your bachelor's degree. It's as simple as that. You just have to be careful, or you need to research which schools have an agreement with what particular community college, like transfer agreements. Like I'm in Texas, San Antonio to be specific, and there's UTSA. UTSA has agreements with all the Alamo colleges, and I attended an Alamo college. So if I were to go to UTSA, all the credits that I took, or all the classes that I took at an Alamo college all of them transfer. They will transfer to UTSA. So then I wouldn't have to take extra classes or make up a class or whatever, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but basically all the classes that you take at a community college and you transfer it to a school that they have an agreement with, all of those credits will transfer, and it will just be like you had 2 years of school, but you paid a cheaper price. Now you're just gonna complete your bachelor's degree just for another 2 years, and boom, that's a wrap. Bob's your uncle. Oh, it's a very easy application process. Applying to community college, you just like, I don't even remember what I had to do, but I had to pay a fee, which was $100. I had to submit an application, and I think that was it. Or maybe I had to submit my matric result, but that was it. I didn't have to take a SAT, ACT. I didn't have to write an essay why they need to choose me. Like most community college will accept anybody. Like even if you failed school, even if you didn't complete high school, I think they probably take you to, maybe they need GED, I'm not sure, but the point is it's an easy application process, and yeah, why not? Scholarships and financial aid. I was always under the impression that community colleges do not give scholarships, financial aid to international students, but I can say that I got plenty of scholarships from my school. But yet again, that's my school. I'm not speaking for all community colleges, but I got a lot of scholarships. I applied to every single scholarship that they had. Even if it said US citizen, I didn't care. I applied. Because one thing that you don't know, or you might know, is that not everyone is going to apply to that scholarship. Most of the scholarships, people don't even know about them. So if you applied to them and you're the only person that applied, why wouldn't they give you the money? Like, why would they, unless you're a really horrible student? But I mean, like, us internationals work really hard, so of course we're gonna make sure our grades are good and we're fighting for this money. So the point is, apply to whatever scholarship is out there. I don't know exactly how much money I got from my school, but each semester I had a scholarship, and I always thought that I would struggle, but I did not, because they have money. You need to pester them, email, call, go in person, explain them your story, do whatever. They have scholarships every single semester. It's up to you if you want to fight for it. And baby, I fought for it. Yeah, those were like the big reasons, but I will say that community colleges are small. They have a lot less people on campus, a lot less students. So it is your chance to be that star student for the school. And what I mean is, I had to make a choice when I went into speech and debate. I've never done anything like that before. In high school, I did netball. And I did a few Olympiads, but I never did any public speaking events because I was too scared. I needed something that I could do and be the star of the school for it, if that makes sense. Like, I plan so strategic, and I think so, like, I'm very meticulous about every single plan I have and how I execute it. And I want to say, your goal is to be the star of the school. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. Be the star of the school. Example, I was in the speech and debate. I was the only person on the team, and I was getting all this money from the school because like, I don't know how to describe it, but you kind of have to slave yourself being, I could say being like, but like you have to work and you have to make the school proud. And if you put in the work and you make your school proud, they will back you up with whatever you need, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but basically that's what I'm saying, is that you need to be the star of your school, work hard for them, go to these events for them, put your name school out there, be that person that's like, yo, that girl is putting San Antonio College on the map. That's what I mean. And then the school will do whatever you need, assist you in any way. You know, it's obviously hard if you're in a very competitive, large community college, but mine in particular, there's not a lot of black people at my school. Let's put it out there. There is a small international student community. There is not a lot of people like me that are involved in extracurricular activities, because a lot of people that attend community college are grown, they have jobs, they are trying to go into a specific field. Like, it's not like 18-year-olds in a four-year university that are, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I'm just rambling. But the point is, just be the star of your school and everything will work out. Put them on the map. That's the reasons why you should attend community college. It's easy to get in, it's affordable, smaller class sizes, personalized attention with your professors, a lot more opportunities to get money because it's not as competitive. Like, volunteer at all these events, show up for your school, put them on the map, and I tell you guys that they're gonna do whatever you need for them. As I said, this is based on my own experience, this is based on my own school, so it could be different if you are attending a community college with 10,000 students. I think my community college has 5,000, maybe 3,000. It's a small school. But anyways, those are all my tips, advices, tricks on why you should attend community college as an international student. If you liked the video, if it was helpful, please sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below why you are interested in attending community college. Comment down below why you don't think community college is the best idea. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and bye.